Hello everyone, I am Sanji Gupta. Welcome to this CNI year-end presentation. The title of my project is Implementation of Cell-Free and Dynamic TDD on 5G Testbed. This work is in collaboration with Himani Kamboj and guided by Professor Chandramurthy. It is funded by Center for Network Intelligence, a Cisco CSR initiative. Coming to the motivation, the traditional mobile network infrastructure consists of cellular architecture in which a user device can connect to single base station which provides the strongest signal among the set of base stations. In this network organization, the users near the base station experiences good throughput, but the received signal power decreases with distance due to the effect of propagation losses and increased interference from the neighboring base station. This results in variation of data rates among the users at the cell center and the ones which are at cell edge. This degrades the overall system performance. Also, the current networks operates in static TDD, which allows the cells using the same frequency band to have the same transmission direction, that is the uplink or downlink. This increases the probability that a particular scheduling configuration does not fit the current traffic condition in any cell and hence leads to inefficient resource utilization and added delays in service. In this work, we have addressed the two issues of traditional network, that is the cellular architecture and static TDD, by leveraging two promising technologies which are the cell-free architecture and dynamic TDD communication. This project aims at the hardware implementation of cell-free and dynamic TDD using the OpenAir interface 5G NR software stack with the objective to experimentally understand the role of cell-free and dynamic TDD in providing better connectivity at the cell edge and improving the network throughput. As an application point of view, the system can be deployed in rural areas to provide uniform coverage in large cells and in indoor hotspots such as stadiums where there is huge variation in traffic. The system is also beneficial in applications which require critical cell edge coverage such as connected and autonomous vehicles. The cell-free architecture comprises of multiple base stations jointly serving the users in an area. The base stations are coordinated by CPUs. Since each user can connect to multiple base stations, there is no notion of cell boundary from the user's point of view. The system offers several advantages over the cellular network. In cell-free architecture, since the average distance between the user and the base station is reduced, this results in uniformity in data rates over the region, which results in reliable data transfer. Apart from that, the system allows coordinated interference mitigation and improved energy and spectral efficiency. However, the system has several challenges. It requires tight synchronization among the base stations and large fronthaul requirements for exchanging signaling information between the base stations and the CPUs. Dynamic TDD allows different base stations to have different scheduling of uplink or downlink resources according to the traffic needs in a region. Since the system can change its uplink or downlink configuration to match the current traffic load, hence it enhances the time resource utilization and reduces the latency. However, the system faces the issue of base station to base station and user to user crosslink interference, which arises, for example, when the downlink signal of base station interferes with a neighboring base station which is in uplink, as shown in figure 2. This affects the system performance and is a challenge in practical implementation of dynamic TDD. The cell-free system when combined with dynamic TDD, results in a system that allows uplink and downlink transmission over the same time frequency resources. Figure shows an illustration of cell-free architecture using dynamic TDD in which many base stations are distributed in an area and connected to CPU. Due to dynamic TDD, neighboring base stations can either perform downlink or uplink at any point in time, thus simultaneously serving the uplink or downlink traffic demands in an area, and hence acting as a full duplex system with the half duplex hardware complexity. In this way, the system does not require self-interference mitigation, which is a major obstacle in full duplex implementation. With the dynamic TDD functionality, the system is capable of handling the traffic asymmetry, and the coordination between the base station also allows to mitigate the arising crosslink interference. But the system requires very tight synchronization among the base stations. So this is the experimental setup which we have used for developing the project prototype. So we have used the 3GPP 5G NR Release 15 standard and OpenAir interface 5G RAN protocol stack as a software. For hardware, we have used USRP X310 devices by ETIS Research, Octoclock CDA 2990 by National Instruments, Juniper Switch EX430032F. For cable connection, we have used Sub-miniature version A or SMA cables. For over-the-air transmission, we have used WERT 2450 antenna. Also, we have used the fixed RF attenuators and two-way splitter or combiners for the cable connection. The block diagram of the prototype is shown in these figures. So coming to the dynamic TDD part, the prototype has two cells. One cell has the dominating downlink traffic, which is represented by the downlink cell. The another cell has the dominating uplink traffic, which is represented by the uplink cell. And each cell has single user, which is served by the base station in that particular cell. For cell-free prototype, we have considered two base stations and one user, which is jointly served by both the base station. The base stations are connected to the CPUs, which manages the coordination of the base station. For the prototype of combined system, we have considered four base stations, two of which are in uplink and two of which are in downlink at the same time. The system has two users. One has the downlink traffic and another one has the uplink traffic. The downlink user is served jointly by the base stations which are in downlink, and the uplink user is served jointly by the base stations which are in the uplink. So in this way, the system is working as a full duplex system by serving the uplink and downlink traffic demands at the same time. So we have implemented the cell-free architecture for centralized and distributed processing based on the level of abstraction between the CPU and the base station. The implementation has been divided into following tasks, out of which I have handled the throughput analysis part and implemented the cell-free with centralized processing. Himani has handled the cell-free with distributed processing implementation and also the dynamic TDD implementation. We have then integrated the cell-free and dynamic TDD system together. Now I will hand over the PPT to Himani.
Thank you, Sanji. We have carried out number of experiments. I will highlight the results for some of the experiments. Figure 5 shows the error at the downlink versus the receiver gain for downlink cell-free centralized processing. It can be observed from the graph that the error in case of cell-free centralized processing scenario is less compared to the cellular scenario for both minimum as well as average case. in case of the minimum error case, we are getting an improvement of 5 dB. The performance in the average case can be improved by using the maximum ratio transmission scheme. It can be observed that the curves are not smooth. This is because of the hardware non-idealities. Figure 6 shows the error versus TX gain curves for the uplink cell-free case in with 3 different implementation scenarios. It can be observed from the graph that the cell-free shows an improvement of about 5 dB in the UV's TX gain for selection combining based decoding for both distributed processing as well as centralized processing case. And we are getting an improvement of 4 dB for the maximum ratio combining based decoding in centralized processing case compared to the cellular scenario. Figure 7 shows the error at downlink QE versus uplink QE TX gain curve. In the case of dynamic TDD, when we are considering UE to UE interference, it can be observed from the graph that the error at the downlink QE is increased as the TX gain of the uplink QE is increased. Now I'll explain the integrated setup of cell-free and dynamic TDD. Figure 8 shows the block diagram of the integrated setup for the centralized processing scenario. In this, the left two PCs are two host PCs, each running OAI GNB stack for baseband processing. One GNB host PC is handling downlink and another is handling uplink. To enable time synchronized data transmission and reception, we have used precision time protocol to synchronize the host PCs. Two USRPs with one TX and RX are connected to each host PC using the switch. High time and frequency synchronization is required across the USRP devices to receive and transmit time-aligned samples. We have used maximum ratio combining for decoding. The two PCs on the left, the two PCs on the right are two host PCs on which OAI UE stack is running for baseband processing. One UE host PC is managing the downlink UE and another is managing the uplink UE. Each host PC is connected to a USRP with one receiver or transmitter for downlink or uplink respectively. All the USRPs are synchronized using octoclock. Now, I'll show the video demonstration of the integrated setup. This is the lab setup for the cell-free centralized processing with dynamic TDD. The leftmost USRP is downlink QE and the rightmost USRP is uplink QE. The four USRP in the middle are downlink GNB TXRX1, downlink GNB TXRX2, uplink GNB TXRX1, and uplink GNB TXRX2. Regarding the parameters, we are using frequency band 78, that is 3.5 GHz carrier frequency. The subcarrier spacing is 30 kHz. In downlink, slot 5 is the downlink slot, and in uplink, slot 5 is the uplink slot. The MCS index used is 50. The TX and RX gain of GNB is 15 dB, and the TX and RX gain of UV is 10 dB. Now we will run all the four PCs together. As can be seen, all the four PCs are running simultaneously. This is the uplink GNB host PC. From the POSCH constellation, it can be seen that it is able to receive the uplink data from uplink UE. However, the constellation is not clear because of the crosslink interference from downlink GNB. This is the downlink UE host PC. From the PDSCH constellation, it can be seen that it is able to receive the downlink data from the downlink GNB. However, the constellation is not clear because of the crosslink interference from uplink UE. As can be seen from the demonstration, we have successfully established the prototype of cell-free with dynamic TDD on 5G testbed. The measurements of individual setups for cell-free and dynamic TDD also shows improvement over cellular network. The project can be further extended by implementing different recording and combining schemes, by doing the performance analysis, by varying various parameters, and by integrating this system with the end-to-end 5G system. These are the references for the project. That's all. Thank you.